This is one of the lightest, most foldable e-bikes on the market. Would be amazing to easily toss a bike in the car, even the trunk of a sedan, and head down for a day in town or an event that parking takes forever to get to. What's it like to ride? Wow, it is very light. How does it compare with other bigger bikes, and how easy is it to get in and out of the car? Because I don't need something growing dust in my garage. I got plenty of that already. But it would be really rad to have an e-bike I can huck into my car just in case. Their lightest, most technically advanced folding e-bike to date. This is the K-Feather from Dahon. Dahon has been making bikes for over 40 years, so they've got a lot of experience in this industry. Thing comes in around $1,200 at the time of making this video. And here's the gist on this thing. It is the perfect commuter bike because it's lighter than my non-electric bikes that I have, yet it comes with a motor and a battery, so you're getting that pedal assistance, and it folds up into a tiny little, you could fit it in the front seat of your car, okay? So that's the big gist here. Epic commuter bike. Okay, that was tons of fun, and it worked perfectly. And I was surprised to realize that I actually prefer it without a throttle, because there was a lot of people on the thing with throttles who were going really fast. This was perfect for this kind of walking, trail running, passing runners. It was like, I feel so good after an hour and a half of doing that. And honestly, breaking this thing down, I mean, it is so freaking light. I can't, like, you're not gonna believe it. 25 pounds, okay? Which is like, I don't know, 40% lighter than everything else on the market almost, right? E-bikes are notoriously heavy. They're normally like 60, 70 pounds. 25 pounds is crazy. You've got an aluminum frame, some interesting technology for stability and durability, like this thing here. Single speed drivetrain, all right? Very minimalist sort of aesthetic and very minimalist sort of experience on this thing. But that simplicity hides some pretty interesting tech going on here, okay? 120 watt hour Samsung battery stored inside of this frame here. All of this, by the way, IPX5 rated for water resistance. The battery in here is a lithium ion battery. You're rated to get around 40 kilometers for a charge. Mine's lived up to that. A 24 volt, 250 watt hub motor delivering up to 32 Newton meters of torque via a torque sensing adapter. The tops out around 16 miles an hour. The motor will stop helping you at around 16 miles an hour. It's like a super cruiser at 12 miles an hour. The amount of torque sensor help that I was getting around 12 miles an hour was perfect. I could do that all day long. The torque sensor and pedals on this thing really does feel smooth. It's not like some, I don't know, some e-bike startup company in a basement throwing together a controller with a motor. It feels really, I don't know, elevated, but a lot of what feels like the quality on this thing, I think, is coming from the simplicity in its design. There is no display on here, okay? There's no selector of pedal assist modes. It's just on or off. So you turn it on, and then you've got this really nice gentle lift, a little more than gentle, lift to every bit of the energy that you're putting into the bike. And it just feels like, again, because of the single speed drivetrain, super responsive. But first, this episode is brought to you by Poncho. Poncho makes some of my favorite shirts right now because they're very easy just to throw on. Get yourself something that has snap buttons, pearl snap buttons. Lovers like it because you can just rip it off. I always do a 25% sort of fold up on the sleeves because it makes it a little casual, but putting on a shirt that's a little bit more dressed up, yet still casual because it's a thicker, this is their Marfa shirt, which I'll link to below. It's made out of denim. It's sort of a thicker cotton. It washes up great, gets softer over time. It's still a collared shirt, but it feels super casual. This is why I love this thing. They also make technical shirts for fishing and outdoorsmen. I personally love this cozy sort of everyday urban shirt for me, which kind of elevates it, but it still feels comfortable. Use the link in the description below, and there might be a discount associated for you there. We'll see what I can negotiate with Poncho. And get yourself something that you're gonna wear probably for a really long time. That's my hunch. It's hanging first up in my closet, and I just find myself going for it again and again. Shout out to Poncho for supporting the channel and independent creators. Let's get back into it. I have a single speed bike that I've had for forever, and there's something about it, if you've never ridden one, it's way more responsive. I don't know how else to put it. It's so much more responsive. What's another word for that? What's another word for responsive? Perceptive, awake, aware, impressionable. Very impressionable drivetrain. You notice that on a single speed, on a fixie like this, right? It feels great on this, and then you have the pedal assist, which, like I said, very smooth. No lag, no glitches, that kind of stuff. And then you have this thing. This is a patented Dell Tech cable that runs between here, reduces frame stress, increases the rigidity of the frame, and apparently contributes to some of that power transfer. Tires are 16-inch by 1.5 inches. You've just got, caliper, tire rim brakes on this thing. The brakes have been fine because it's so lightweight. A lot of times e-bikes will have disc brakes. This, you do not need that at all. Very responsive brakes. And I've noticed that the brake levers themselves feel great. They got a great sound when I release it. A lot of times a bike like this, you're going to get things that feel, especially at this price, you're going to get things that feel cheaper. And these brakes, they don't feel cheaper. Seat is comfy without being heavy, without being too much of a saddle. It actually has a nice little gel quality to it. I rode this for about an hour and a half straight on my longest ride, and I had no problems with it. There's mounting points for accessories, okay? Up here and on the back. Here, I'm not sure what accessories that they have. I probably would prefer, for me, to keep this as minimal as possible and just go with the backpack and not have a thing, but it would be kind of nice to be able to just strap on your backpack to a little cargo hauler. I've seen a lot of bikes in my years now reviewing these things, and I am super impressed with the build quality, simplicity, sort of intention in design that's coming through this. Now, I could talk about like the little details on why I see that, but the truth is what is so enjoyable about this is the riding experience. That's where you notice those details coming together for you, for the experience itself, not just in like, oh, I like that the caps that they have that cover the accessory spots, or like, look at the EVA foam they're using in the seat. It's just the most satisfying thing is the riding experience itself. And how easy it is to expand and collapse this thing. You can do extra steps like moving these handlebars so that, might as well just do it here. There's another clip up here, and I can put the brakes so that they're pointing up like that. Then you've got this guy here, little safety guy. This comes in, let's pull this back. And my favorite thing is this little magnetic, can you see this? There's a little magnetical bit right here that allows this thing to stay connected. The perfect amount of like pressure needed to break it apart, which means you can carry it just by its seat. By the way, this does do the thing where you can roll it around. If you're doing public transport, you can roll this like this, or put this guy all the way down. So 25 pounds And then, like I said, this fits right in my passenger seat of my car. There's very few spaces. Cafes, you take this into the cafe with you, it just goes under the table. You don't even need a lock. Think of all the money you're saving on not buying a lock. So it's about 30 inches by 16 by 25. This way. Super nice setup, and obviously just super easy to put back together. With this guy, you have to put it up, and then you pull this lever down and then up again. Then your top guys, you just flip this back to where you like it. And finally, the seat comes up. Many times have I put my, forgot to put the seat up and I start riding, and then I don't stop for a little while. So I'm just like riding it, little person style. There's a 230-pound rider weight limit on this thing, and you can see how tall we can make this. So it actually, long inseam is possible in this thing. Even taller riders can ride on this. And you can also raise and lower your handlebars here. Okay, there's 3 things I like about this bike. The first one is just the look and the feel. Super minimal aesthetic, comes in 3 different colors or 4 different colors. I like the simplicity of it. I don't think I look very cool when I'm riding it. I will say that. It's not like you're going to get out there and look and feel cool. My emotional connection to this thing isn't because of how it makes me look. It's what it enables me to do, right? To collapse this down and put it into my passenger seat and then show up somewhere with a full-fledged bike and then actually get to ride it. And then there's this thing where, actually that's my next point, minimalism as a form of motion or movement. All right, this might sound a little freaking highfalutin, but just go with me. This bike does not have a throttle. It does not have a screen. It does not have different modes of pedal assist. It's just on or off. There's something about that when you are out on a trail or you're actually commuting that you have nothing to think about. There's something so simple about this, so streamlined. The bike itself is so responsive. The little wheels make it way more nimble. In fact, you gotta be careful about that because you can kind of turn pretty quick. I never had any problems with it. In fact, I actually enjoy it. It made me feel more alive, more active out there. This simplicity plus the assisted by a motor thing, which makes my energy just go so much farther, made it really fun. It was kind of like old school, like a kid again, riding a bike. And the fact that I'm moving my legs instead of just cranking on a throttle, I think played a huge role in that. It was, this is like a celebration of life to me. I was not expecting that. I wasn't. And then finally, it's the quality of the details, all right? Just the folding mechanism itself, how small it actually folds to, then that magnetic sort of clip. That's one of those things that you're so excited. And it's not a clip, it's just magnets touching each other. So you just pull it apart with enough pressure. That makes it so much easier to lift and carry and put into things. The fact that it's 25 pounds, all right, partly because we minimized the frame with this patented cable thing. Even though we have a battery and a motor, 25 pounds makes it so easy to lift up and put into a car. Makes it so easy to trolley around by the seat on one of the back tires or something. All of these little details that have gone into how it actually folds and unfolds. Then it's like the details of nice handles. These are locking, soft handles that you can replace anytime you want to, but they're never going to move on you. Simple brake levers that actually feel decent. All of it just adds up to this coherent, simple, solid, really responsive, but sturdy, reliable, super reliable buddy, like a trail buddy. So that's why my gist on this thing is that it's the ultimate, it's like an excellent commuter bike. Not the best for hills. If you've got a hilly commute, you're gonna want something with more power, I think. Unless you're you got a goal of really using those muscles a bit more. On flat, this pedal assist with this motor itself, perfect. It's great. Even like a little bit of incline, but I do notice it's slowing down even on a smaller incline. More of a hill, and you really got to push to keep it going. You could jump off and just walk it if it's not very long of a hill or something, but that's not what I want from a bike. So if you have a hilly commute, I would recommend something with more power. They make ones that have like higher power motors and batteries, but I think you're going to sacrifice a little bit on the weight side of things. You are going to love the 25-pound bike. Like, you're just going to be like, what? That's an e-bike? It feels epic. There's no question about the fact that they're targeting the city commuter with this thing, and I think they crushed it. And I think the experience of it, like I was talking about with that simplicity, is just bang on. It feels so solid. It does not feel janky or goofy in any way. Everything's just like right there, like that solid little buddy. And it made me love it. It made me want to ride it more. All right, shout out to Dahon. Shout out to Poncho. Get yourself a shirt. If you use my links below, it supports the channel at no extra cost to you. Sometimes there's a discount associated with those links. Please use my link. Puts food on the table for my kids. How you doing? That's it. That's all I got for now. Check out matterful.co/men. We're doing men's retreats and men's coaching and work and stuff like that now, because I believe in a world where men are protecting and living from their hearts. And I also have experienced how challenging it can be to do so when we're so burdened. And we pity ourselves. And we haven't been trained to do it very well. So we got to get together and figure out how to sort of reset the programming. matterful.co/men. Links below. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Bye.